So I like to stitch freehand because if I put this onto a saddle stitching pony, I am only limited. So my objective here is not to do a design that is just simple per se, just for that objective to be able to just do straight, uh, front to back sort of stitches. But rather, I'm more focused on the design intention rather than simplicity of construction. So if it's really necessary for me to actually design this um, with no limitations of sorts of simplifying rather, um, then that's the goal. You know, just not something that is just simple rectangular in essence. And therefore, it's easier for me to just construct that. That wouldn't be the best design that I can come up with, or that's so limiting. So here I'm showing you that this one construction part of this Apex EDC Tool Organizer is really this one vertical stitch, and then on this outer pocket has a is crossing that vertical stitch underneath. So therefore they have this one common point that they intersect each other. So I'm going to the second this is the last before that intersection. This is the last hole before that intersection happens underneath. So I'm pushing my needle through. I'm doing the last saddle stitch sequence. Sorry, it's that. Okay, so here I'm going to put that in. It goes through there. You could see that. And then there's this one point there that's going there. So it's a lot like this. Okay, so the reason why I'm using this, okay, let's just use something brighter, is this intention that the yellow thread here is that vertical line, and this black thread line is the outer part. So there's an intersection that these two lines have one point that is common to both these thread lines. So here I'm going to go through, of course, this it's going to go through the back. So it's going through 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. This is the inner wall that I'm integrating newly. I'm just going to go through that now. So that's the first sequence. Now for this other, just to complete that one sequence, that sequence of saddle stitch, now I have to go through and push through out here on this spot. Okay, so what do I do here? So I'm going to start to secure this. Okay, I'm going to use a clip so that is folded like that for me to look for that hole. So the hole is somewhere here that I can't see right now. So there it is. And I need to thread through that common hole, in which case, yes, there you go. Hopefully this is seen. It goes through this, thereby finishing that somehow. But now I need this underneath to go through. I mean, I think this is the first one. I think, yeah, this one first. that completes this. Okay, this creates now a new sequence of a saddle stitch. But now I need this to go through. So in order for me to do that, I have to go into the middle. I have to go push this back. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I'm not hitting the thread, the red thread. But this needle needs to go through. I need to push it back of sorts. Okay, so I'm going to go and push that in and hoping to go out through here. Okay, so there it is. I sort of see it. Okay, here. And I am just, yes, there it is. So that's the, okay, so that's not the hole. I'm doing this carefully. So this is the most complicated part of this construction, in which case I need to thread, I need the thread to go back up here. I think I'm in the wrong hole for the one. Yes, I made an error here. So this is the complexity of this thing. It's in the wrong hole. The first thread, it's supposed to be. So I have to make this correction first. This one goes to this hole over there. Now this one, okay, as much as possible, I need to use my hand, but if I can't, I get a plier. So I pull back that underneath, so it goes back, but now it's coming out here. And this now completes this sequence of thread that goes through that intersection. Now I can tighten this, and that's where it now looks like it's seamless. So making sure that everything's tightened, and then this goes back one more time onto this other side. Here we go. I need to cut this at a certain length. Now here with this situation, yeah, you normally, you can use a lighter, but here I'm using I don't know, electric or battery operated thread zapper. So this creates an intense heat at the tip, and I'm singeing and melting that ends of these threads so that it's going to be secured. So I'm not endangering and burning the leather surface at all. I'm just burning the tips of these threads and sealing them, these polyester. So there we go. That looks good. And that's how I stitch that part here for the Apex EDC Tool Organizer. So in the end, the outcome would be something like this. Okay, so I'm still in the middle of assembling everything here for the Apex EDC Organizer. Thanks for watching.